Hello, everyone. My name is Coach Fuller. This is my fourth year teaching PE in Marion County and at Eastland Primary School. Today, we are going to talk about locomotor movements, pathways, and transitions. So, the first thing I stated was locomotive movements, pathways, and transitions. The standards we'll cover today are Kindergarten Standard 1.1, which is travel with control forwards and sideways using a variety of locomotor skills. The standard for first and second grade is 2-1.1, demonstrate mature form and locomotor skills. I guess you're wondering, what does locomotor movements mean? Basically means moving. So some examples of it are walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. Pathways. Pathways are how you move, or directional. Some pathways are zigzag, circular, straight, triangular, curved, and square. Transition means switching from one thing to another. So in today's lesson, we're going to practice locomotive movements, pathways, and transitions. The first thing we're going to do is a warm-up. A warm-up means getting your body ready for activity. It is also important to stretch before you work out so you won't hurt any of your bones or muscles. So the first thing we're going to do is take our arm across our body and pull it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Do the next arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll shake it out. Put one arm behind our back and we'll pull it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. I'm gonna do the next arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. All right, then we'll lean over as far as we can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. And the next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. Then take one leg and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch and do the next leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. So now, I want you to practice the first locomotor movement of walking. What you're going to do is walk around, just a simple walk for 1 minute. Just walk. All you're going to do is walk. Great job walking. The next locomotor movement I want you to practice is running. The difference between a walk and a run, so this is a walk. Running, you're moving your feet faster. So now, I want you to practice running back and forth. Great job running. The next exercise, locomotive movement we're going to work on is jumping. When you jump, you take off on 2 feet and you land on 2 feet. Take off on 2 feet and land on 2 feet. Take off on 2 feet and land on 2 feet. For the next minute, I want you to practice jumping. Great job jumping. The next locomotor skill is hopping. But what is the difference between jumping and hopping? Jumping, you start on 2 feet and land on 2 feet. Hopping, you start on 1 foot and you land on 1 foot. So you start on 1 foot and land on 1 foot. For the next minute, practice hopping. Great job jumping. The next locomotor skill is hopping. But what is the difference between jumping and hopping? Jumping, you start on 2 feet and land on 2 feet. Hopping, you start on one foot and you land on one foot. So you start on one foot and land on one foot. For the next minute, practice hopping. Great job hopping. The next locomotor skill is galloping. Well, what is a gallop, Coach Fuller? You're going to have one foot in front of the other. When you gallop, the foot in front stays in front the entire time. The foot in back stays in the back the entire time. So when you gallop, you want to step, and your back foot touches your heel. So, the foot in front stays in front, the foot in the back stays in the back, and you move with the front foot forward. For the next minute, practice galloping. Great job galloping. The next locomotor skill is sliding. So you want to face sideways. Sliding, your feet are going to basically hit each other like this. What you don't want is one foot crossing the other. So sliding, you basically want your foot to hit the next foot. For the next minute, practice sliding. Great job sliding. The last locomotor skill is skipping. Skipping is a combination of hopping and jumping. So when you skip, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop. Again, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop. Take the next minute skipping. Great job practicing your locomotor movements. Now we are going to talk about pathways. So we're going to incorporate the locomotor movements you just worked on with the pathways. All right, now we're going to go back to walking. This time we're going to practice it in pathways. The first one is a zigzag pathway. In a zigzag pathway, you have sharp edges, distinct turns. So you're going to start, walk, 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 make a sharp turn, change direction, make a sharp turn, change direction, and so on. You're going to do that with walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. The next pathway is a circular pathway. A circular pathway makes a circle. So you're going to start walking. You're just going to walk in a circle. You can make a tiny circle or in a big circle, as long as it's a circle. You're going to do that with walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, skipping. The next pathway is a straight line. So all you're going to do is travel in a straight line, straight in front of you. You're going to do walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. The next pathway is a triangle. So you have 1 point, 2 point, and a third point. So you're going to start here, 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 and back. Walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. The next pathway is a curved pathway. You might say, well, what's the difference between a curved pathway and a zigzag pathway. Do you see any difference? Right. The curved pathway is not as pointy or as sharp, so it's smooth circles all the way. So try it. Walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. The last locomotor movement is a square. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So when you're walking, just think you're walking in a square. Here, 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 here. Again, try it. Walking, running, jumping, hopping, galloping, sliding, and skipping. Lastly, I want to talk about transitions. Switching from one thing to another. So the first thing I want you to practice, I want you to start out walking and then go to running. So this means transitioning. So can you start off walking and then go to running? So for the next minute, practice that. Walking to running. The next transition I want you to work on is hopping to jumping. Remember, hopping is taking off on 1 foot and landing on 1 foot. Jumping is taking off on 2 feet and landing on 2 feet. So can you start off on 1 foot and land on 2? The next transition is galloping to skipping. Remember, galloping, 1 foot in front of the other. The front foot stays in front, the back foot stays in back. Skipping, step hop, step hop, step hop, step hop. Can you transition from galloping to skipping? next transition is sliding to walking. Remember, sliding, you turn sideways. Make sure that your foot does not cross in front of the next foot. Sliding to walking. Great job with the transitions. Now, my challenge to you is, can you come up with your own? Maybe it's hopping to skipping. Maybe it's sliding to jumping. Who knows? You create your own. And you never know how many combinations you can come up with.